You're watching the best of Gulls All Access.
All right, let's do a pre-flight. So, Coons, first thing we do, we gotta check the airplane. Flying today, we're gonna use a checklist, right? Unlike in goaltending, we don't have any cheat sheets. We're not like the quarterbacks in football where we can just like roll it up. We don't do that. So this is kind of our reference all day today. I'm gonna be referencing this cheat sheet. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start here. I'm gonna go inside the cockpit and I'm gonna make sure that our battery works. And then just watch your head there. I'm just gonna extend my flaps. Down they come, perfect. The first lap we did, we checked to make sure the chains, chocks, and covers are off the airplane. So you can notice I took the chains off that were attached. There's the chocks that were underneath the tires and the covers off the window. So that's my first lap around, we're done that. Lap 2, now we're gonna just walk around and we're gonna check to make sure all the lights work. So right here, we got our positional lights. Our strobes are working, perfect. So now that we've done that, now I can do my third lap, let's call it, 3 out of 4. So what I'm gonna do is, again, I'm gonna do that same pattern. I'm gonna walk around. I'm gonna start right under the flap here. I'm gonna make sure everything's tracking straight on the flaps. I'm gonna look underneath the aileron here, check to make sure there's a little bit of play. Good. My counterbalance weights, everything looks clean. I'm looking for major defects. These planes fly quite a bit, so it's nothing minor. It's gonna be something major that's gonna prevent us from flying today. So again, I walk around, kind of rub your finger, check the counterbalance weights, look around, everything looks very good. This plane is one of the best planes in the club. Back around. Okay, so now we get to the struts. We're just checking to make sure everything's stable. We can't quite see the tires. We're gonna have to move it ahead and check. We're gonna pull to check to make sure there's no flat spots on the tires. And then obviously our gas tanks are up here. So I jump up top, visually check the gas tanks to make sure the fuel that says there is on the gauges matches the I quantity. And sure enough, we're back to where we started. So that's our third lap of the airplane. Everything's good to go. This plane looks airworthy. All right, Coons, you ready? Let's do this. Time to go.
Getting into flying,
Right.
how did you start?
Okay, so I got into flying it was one flight. We went up. It was this very similar flight to this, kind of a touring flight. I was in Toronto, wasn't playing, looking for something to do, thought it would be fun. It turned out to be awesome. So I did a flight like this. Then the next day I got to go again. The next day I think I went 4 days in a row to start. Got totally hooked. And then I started playing hockey again. So it was less convenient to fly. And that's where I kind of got into it, where I learned how important it is to kind of keep current, like golf or tennis. You take a couple of weeks off, it's hard to get back into it. So that's where I learned if I want to do this, well, I have to like really commit some time to it. And I did. And here we are.
So, Mission Bay?
This is Mission Bay right over us. We're right over Mission Bay right now.
What's your favorite flight out here?
This is a fun one.
There you go.
This is a fun one on a sunny day. I admit that right now you can't see as much, but it's cool seeing the big planes take off.
Yeah.
Going out to the mountains is super cool. If you go over the mountains to Borrego, I love doing that. It just feels like a different universe over there. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. I enjoy this. Okay, so we got to come down. We're going to do a left 180 here at the Coronado Bridge.
Which of the guys on the team do you think could make a pilot?
Boy, good question. Maybe like a Judd Caulfield. I think he could be a pilot. It's almost easier to tell you the guys who could be a pilot. That would be an easy chore.
Run through them?
Yeah, we can run through the names. I could throw them all under the bus right now. But
On the coaching staff, who do you got a long flight, should be the co-pilot. Who's the guy that's joining you?
probably Matt. Yeah, at least like he's like the boss. So you could delegate to him and he could sort it out. Again, probably easier to tell you who I don't want to fly with if the co-pilot than who I want to in that situation, unfortunately.
Totally different way to see the city.
Totally different, right? Totally different.
For more Gulls All Access, tune into Fox 5 San Diego Fridays at 2:30 p.m.